well-established forces. They are very strong within UDA. At the same time, you have to understand that the independent candidate thing, how many governors are independent? I think I know 2 at the moment. I know the governor of Taita Taveta, and then I know Kawira Mwangaza. I don't know any other governor who is independent. So 2 governors are independent. The one on the other side is an opposition stronghold. She has no issues that Kawira Mwangaza has. And of course, I think William Ruto would prefer that the governor of Meru almost talks directly to her, but to him, but I don't think this is the case. If she was to go with her people to State House and say, Mr. President, we want to work together, isn't it? You'll see a totally different thing.
Yes.
But the problem she's having is not just the issue coming from a ruling party stronghold. The problem is that Mount Kenya, for the first time, has no kingpin. And then the supposed kingpins are still looking for kingpinship. Remember the very nice comment Mr. President made in State House when the king was there.
Yes.
That the king, you know, in Kenya we are having what's called bat fighting for kingpinship. And then he says, today, the real king in the house, so that competition has been suspended for a while.
I do remember that quote.
Do you remember that quote?
I do remember that quote, yes.
So the kingpinship in Mount Kenya, people are still fighting for it.
Yes.
So she's not just that victim. She's also a victim of whereby who will call the shots. I know kingpin normally find a strategy to become a kingpin. For example, if there's one person who wants to impeach Governor Mwangaza and marshals the whole Mount Kenya and coordinate with the Senate to impeach her, that person might become a kingpin. But for now, that has not happened. You saw Moses Kuria is trying it. Rigathi Gachagua is trying it. None of them is getting anywhere. Ndindi Nyoro is not trying directly because, you also there's the Meru and the Kikuyu, and you don't want a Gikuyu to try to interfere with. So the Mount Kenya politics is very complex. Remember, Kibaki inherited this as a unit. The Uhuru Kenyatta was able to inherit as a unit. Jomo Kenyatta, for lack of another reason, there was no any other person who was emerging from there, but there are a few people also came in to support him. So it is still difficult to find someone who can marshal this as a unit. But also you have to understand how Mount Kenya kingfish is normally made. Kibaki was a finance minister. Kikuyus generally are people who are very entrepreneurial, very industrial, and they got a very good economist who was able to understand. And then Kikuyus thrive because Kibaki came with very good economic policies that made them work. So they embraced Kibaki, not because Kibaki is a king. Kibaki is a poor politician, but they embraced him because he had very good economic policies as a finance minister, so they could easily embrace him. Look at Rigathi Gachagua. You tell me if Kikuyu businessman will resonate with Rigathi Gachagua, it will be very hard because Rigathi Gachagua has never run any business. You tell me which business is run. Kibaki was a finance minister. The Kenyatta family were known as business people. They have been, Uhuru Kenyatta was also a finance minister. He also came with some financial policies that benefited the people of Mount Kenya.
Yes.
But Rigathi Gachagua finds himself vice president with no portfolio. All of a sudden, he wants to be a kingpin. It is a difficult thing to. Yes. I think the issue is the 2 things: ruling party, independence of Kawira Mwangaza, and then lastly, the issue of not having a kingpin. Because let me tell you what, look at the governors that survived before. Waiguru. Do you know how Waiguru survived when she was about to be impeached with the issue of corruption?
Yes.
That time, there was a kingpin called Uhuru Kenyatta. And then she went to Raila. I know Raila was Uhuru's candidate. So with the dalliance with Raila just told Uhuru, let her survive. And she did survive. The only thing is that after later, now she switched to UDA, which is a betrayal to Raila. But nevertheless, a kingpin is important during impeachment. If you go to areas like, let's say, Luo Nyanza, this one, the guy survived because of the fact that Raila is a kingpin, or Luo survived because Raila is a kingpin, And the framing in the Senate was that they want to disappoint the Raila thing and Orengo thing, and they just went against it. So this thing is a very dicey thing. Yes. It's always a political process, and politics takes center stage.
Yes.
If it's illegal, then you should just go to judicial.
That's it.
Yeah.
So just Fanyamambo, good morning, sir. I've just seen you walking this morning.
Very good morning to you, the both of you.
I want to rope you into this conversation. I'd like my director to actually just flash the headline for the Daily